Hi everybody, welcome to Arky Homesteader channel. You know, a strange subject has just come up recently between my wife and I. And we were discussing at our age, you know, you never know when your time might come. We're both in our 60s. And we were talking about, can we afford to bury each other? Now, my wife is a Seneca Iroquois background. Her bloodline runs all the way back. We've traced it all the way back into the 17th century. And she comes from a tribe, a couple tribes, back in Pennsylvania, the Senecas and the Iroquois. And she's always wanted to be buried Indian style. And that's basically put a stack of wood and lay the body on it and set it on fire. Of course, I don't know if we can get away with that, but I told her I'd try, you know. And I said I might have trouble explaining to the coroner why I burnt you. But anyway, I decided that I was going to check into if you can establish a family cemetery on your property if you live in a rural area. So I started researching on the internet, and I came across, you know, I put the subject in, can you bury yourself on your own land? And it referred me to the health department in the county that I live in Arkansas. And so I emailed them and asked them, and then they referred me to the county engineer. And before I could even send the county engineer an email, he apparently got my email that I sent to the health department, and he responded back that, yes, you can. And he said, it's not that really cumbersome, and he says it's a $50 charge, and there's some stipulations you have to follow, you know, such as it's got to be kind of on a flat area, and it can't be near anywhere that the ground will erode, and you have certain sizes for the graves. And speaking of graves, that behind me there almost looks like one, don't it? Can you see that? That's actually where I was going to put an outhouse last year, and then we decided to turn it into a composting toilet because they kind of frown on outhouses out here. The health department does have a few restrictions that you have to follow. But anyway, got this letter from the county engineer. Real nice guy. Was very friendly, didn't even hesitate to answer my questions, and I found that we can do it. And so I have 7 acres of land, and I'm gonna look around and see kind of where we might want to do something like that. But I just thought it was interesting. I figured I'd get a definite no. But as long as you follow their rules, which are pretty simple, mostly it's just has to be relatively flat area, can't be solid rock, which that's a little hard in Arkansas, but we can dig down through it. We just got to move the rocks. And can't be near an area that'll, you know, erode and I guess wash the graves out, and you'll go rolling down the hill someday. But they said we could do it, and I believe it was like a $50 fee. So I'm going to start the process, and I just thought it'd be interesting for you folks to hear about it. Now, I can't speak for other states, but here in Arkansas you can do it. So Bobblehead Homestead, you better start looking for a plot. You're able to do it down there. You know, it just, I was sort of surprised, you know. And anyway, we're gonna start looking at the property. We're gonna start looking around here and see if we can find some good spots, maybe where we can put in a little family plot. And man, we'll do it up right. We'll put some fencing around it and just make it look real pretty. But I think that's kind of neat, you know. I've got several areas that I probably could do it. That's kind of a nice area over there. You move the trash. But even maybe right there next to that old leaning tree. What do you think? That tree's been leaning like that for 10 years since we've lived here, longer than that actually. And I keep thinking it's going to fall, but it hadn't yet. So it must have a heck of a root system. But anyhow, I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought I'd make a little video about it. And hopefully you'll enjoy my silliness. And we'll make another video here shortly. If you like this one, please like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. God bless.